To you. Today, we're talking about the secret and art of saying no. And yesterday, we talked a little bit about prioritizing and boundaries during a busy concert season. So this is a little bit of a follow-up to that. So if you want to go check out that video, you can pop over to my YouTube channel or to the Strength Train Your Voice group after you watch this video, if you're watching live, or if you want to catch that before you watch the replay of this video, you can pop over and do that now. You can find, actually I did not put a link in the description of this video, but you can find a link for the Strength Train Your Voice group in the description of this video. So if you want to catch the video from yesterday, you can pop over there and do that quick. If you're already in the group, it will be in the guide section posted real soon. So anyway, today's topic is the secret and art of saying no, because a topic of conversation came up with someone that I do coaching with sometimes. When we talked about boundaries and priorities regarding time, right? Regarding our schedule, whether you work for yourself, whether you're an entrepreneur, or you are not one yet, and people come to you saying, hey, could you do this? Hey, and give you extra duties or ask you to do new things and things like that at school or wherever you are. Or honestly, if you are someone who deals with chronic pain, this is a really important thing to deal with too. So if you are someone who deals with TMJ issues, this is a really great TMJ Tip Tuesday, because it's something I had to learn that I was not good at, but I'm getting much better at now. And I'm really growing as a result of getting better at this. I'm really thriving as a result of practicing learning to say no. So here's a myth, if you will, about saying no to somebody. The myth is we can feel like we're letting somebody down by saying no. We can feel like, oh, we aren't as good of a person, or we aren't as dedicated, or we aren't as strong, right? So if you're dealing with chronic pain, with jaw issues like I did, you might be somebody who's saying, oh, I don't feel strong when I have to say no, right? That can be something that you're tempted to feel. But in reality, it shows strength to be able to say no. Let me say that again. In reality, it shows strength to be able to set a boundary and say no. So for example, if somebody's coming to you and saying, hey, could you do this extra thing? You can say, it's really late notice to be able to fit that in and to do that well within the already designated duties that I have, depending on what the context is, right? And so I'm going to have to pass on this one. If we have more time, more advanced notice for next year, I could try it next year, right? To be able to, or to say something along those lines in a way that sets a boundary, that shows an expectation, or that also demonstrates, hey, I know how much time that takes. Maybe allowing that person a little window of, oh, wow, that takes a lot more time than 2 weeks, or that takes a lot more time than 4 weeks, or that takes a lot more time than a couple of days, depending on what they're asking you to do. And for them to know, oh, I need to have more awareness on the front end of what that looks like, right? So that is one way that we can say no. We can acknowledge that would be really cool to do, that we want to do it. We can acknowledge that we want to do it and we want to help out, but that we don't have the resources of time or whatever it is the resource you need in order to make it effective. And then they're able to see, oh, I need to give more time, or we need to have more resources of a budget allocated for that, or whatever it looks like. Okay. Here's another example. If you are dealing with chronic pain and you are being asked to do something else in addition to all the things you already have as responsibilities, and it's just over the top, you can say it's going to push you over the edge potentially. You can say, I would love to be able to do that. I would love to be able to help out with that additional thing, whatever that looks like. But I need to choose to take care of my body and to listen to my body. My body is saying to stop right now. Or I need to be able to be ready for tomorrow, or XYZ, depending on who it is asking you, different things like that. You don't have to go into details. You could say, I would love to, but I'm going to have to pass on this one. Or I would love to, but I'm going to have to schedule that at a later date. Just depends on what they're asking, right? if it's a social engagement or a party or a responsibility that they're asking you to do. It just depends on what it is. But for me, I have rarely had someone not keep my boundaries when I'm able to express them in a way that honors the other person, but also acknowledges the necessary things it takes to fulfill whatever they're asking me to do. And if I don't have the resources for that, or the time or whatever it looks like, then I'm upfront about that. I say I would love to, because truly, when I'm asked to do something like the things I'm thinking of right now, I really would like to do that, right? Oh, could you lead this? Oh, could you help teach so-and-so a song, a group a song? Let's give an example of a group that I don't teach that they want to sing for a program, for a concert, and they come asking me. If they come asking me 2 weeks before the concert, I'm going to have to say no, because I don't have enough resource of time to be able to help that group be successful with that. Would I love to do that? Hopefully, probably. But I would need more time. I would need to know sooner so that they can be successful. And that's how I frame it. I frame it as, I want to be successful, but I also want them to feel successful. And if they aren't going to feel successful, if they will feel stressed or something by the fact that they don't know the words well enough or whatever it looks like, then I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to set students, especially young kids, up for not being successful. And I've never had my boundary setting turned down, because I choose to frame it in a positive manner. So if you are watching live, let me know in the comments how people have responded to you if you have had to say no, or if you've had to set a boundary. What words or verbiage do you use when you have to say no? And what areas of life, maybe, whether it's personal or professional, whether it's in your career or in your business, whatever that looks like for you. What are ways that you could grow, areas you could grow in learning to say no or learning to set a boundary? Because it's so, so important. And if for you, maybe it looks like managing your time better so that you have the resource of time more available for different things. Because let's be honest, sometimes we don't prioritize our own time well, and then we would have had more time to be able to offer to others that we want to be able to offer if we did better with that. And actually, I have a friend who made a really awesome planner. It's for prioritizing and for using time management well and learning that skill. And there is a link in the description of this video if you think you could benefit from learning and using a tool like that. So check it out if you're interested. If not, no big deal. But I thought I would pop that in there because I think it's a wonderful resource that has been beneficial. So that being said, I would love to hear and connect with you. So if you're watching the replay, comment #replay and let me know. There will be a giveaway in the Strength Trainer voice group for people who are commenting this week on the daily lives. I should probably let people know that, but now you know. So if you're commenting on the daily lives in the Strength Trainer voice group specifically, there's going to be a giveaway in there. And I hope to see you in the group. So have a great rest of your day. I will catch you on my live tomorrow morning. Bye for now.